Hey everybody, Uzi here with the Option Selling Institute. I just want to go over some trades that we did this week in the room. Did pretty well. Again, another week of no losing trades. This week we had no rolls either, so it was a phenomenal week. It was a pretty active week. Um, yeah, we're doing pretty good. I can't promise these type of results all the time. We're bound for some turbulent trades, but so far so good. We've been really killing it. And stay tuned to the end if you can. I'm going to offer something that you might be interested in. It's my way of trying to give back a little bit to the community. The community has been so good to me, so I'm trying to give back a little bit. Um, so yeah, we did a few trades. We closed, like I said, we closed 8, and let's get right into the first one. I don't want to make these videos too long. Keep them nice and short, so you don't get bored and start to grow tired of my face. So here we go. The first trade was a trade on a well-known company. It's an S&P 500 company in business since the 1800s. And if this picture is any clue and you figured it out already, you're thinking it's either Caterpillar or Deere, and you'd be right if you said Deere. So the trade was on John Deere. It was a trade where we made 6.8% overnight, which was the return on risk. And we were able to capture 48% of the premium that we received when we sold the put spread, actually. So let's get right into it. The setup was interesting, as I'll show you in the charts coming up. We had an ascending channel, very strong price pattern. And then we had one red day, and then we had a doji day. We had 2 gap downs mixed in the middle of that, and when all was said and done, it pulled back to the 50% retracement level, which is an area I love. I'm a big Fibonacci level watcher, and let's get right into what I saw. So here we go. Here's that channel. You can see it's very strong. It was able to overcome resistance at these 2 double top patterns right here. And it got through a horizontal resistance. And if you know it, if you know about resistance and support levels, what once was resistance can turn into support, which it wound up doing. So price blew through this resistance level. It came up. It did one of those peak aboves, if you want to call it, a peak above where it peaks above this high. As you can tell, it went above this high here. It stuck its neck out, touched the upper trend line again, and then we had, this was the doji day I'm talking about. We had one red day, then a doji day, and I was keeping my eyes on this one. I didn't know how low it would go on its pullback, but keeping an eye on it, it paid dividends, because what happened is this: we had it pulling back, we had a gap down here, and then we had a couple more red days and another gap down. But this gap down was different. This gap down was right into two important levels. Number one, that same area that was once resistance became support, and it also gapped down into the 50% retracement level of the Fibonacci from this move down here to this move up here. So when I get two of those ducks lining up, so I'm all in. And what I also did was this. Let me show you this chart. So what we had was, these were the 2 gaps. Gap 1, gap 2. It was on this day here that we sold the puts. Okay. And I felt confident about it, because also what we had was moving average support. If you look at these 2 lines here, you have one dotted, which is the 50 simple moving average. And then you have the darker line, which is solid. That's the 200 moving day average. So looking to the right, that level, those levels are, and they're meeting each other, are at the $384.70 level. We sold the 385 by 382 half put spreads. So the stock would have had to kept dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping for us to be in any jeopardy. And they were short dated put spreads that we sold. So I felt good about it. Almost all the traders in the room got into this one, and we closed it the next day for 48%. I wanted to get out quick. Spreads don't show the profit as quickly as just naked puts, because you do have the drag on that long put. So 48%, I call it 50%. Boom, we were out. Let me go over the math with you on this trade. So we sold the put spreads at 31 cents, and we covered at 16 cents, netting 50%, call it 50, it's 48%, which was, this is wrong, sorry. It's actually 6.8%, like I mentioned before. Now, the setup, like I said, was great. We had a strong channel. We had a pullback. Important levels was where it stopped going down. I mean, you can't get a better setup than this to sell puts, and we did. The next trade I want to go over with you is the big name in women's beauty fashion and beauty products, Ulta, which we netted 60% in 2 days. That setup was similar but different. So we had price coming up to a previous support area here, and it did almost another one of those peak above and fall back down. It actually didn't go above though, and it basically it came right back up to the prior levels, and it started to sell off hard. Now, if you can see here, it was actually heading to test the 200 moving day average, but we had horizontal resistance, so it just couldn't get through. It was heading back down toward the 50-day moving average, which is where it did bounced for a day, and it bounced right into the descending 8 and 21 EMA moving averages. So it came on my radar screen, and I saw it blow through the 50-day moving average. I said I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I drew some Fibonacci's. This one didn't hold to 50. As you can see here, it tried to hold to 50, but the next 2 days brought it down to the 61.8. Now, if you're a Fibonacci guy, that's a great level to get long if you want to get long, or if you want to sell puts or put spreads or whatever means you use to get long. And that's what we did. But we sold the put spreads actually the day before this final push down to the 61. I figured, let me get in early because I didn't think it was going to fall apart. I mean, Buffett just put I think he added to this to his positions, or he added to his position in this name. So it's got a lot of notoriety all of a sudden. So I felt it's not going to collapse and yet close this gap. So we got in short with the short puts, put spreads. Yep, and then we closed them on this green day. Now, these are the type of trades that we do regularly, whether it's naked puts, whether it's iron condors, whether it's long iron condors, whether it's put spreads. We do work on a ratio spreads. We do it all basically. Whatever the strategy is, whatever best strategy is fits that particular trade is what we're going to utilize. And what I also do for members is some of them have large accounts, some of them have small accounts. So if I know we've got a trade that a lot of them are going to want to get into, or if they post in the room that they want to get into this trade but they don't have the buying power, so I could do this trade with just naked puts as long as the buying power is there. Or in this case, I just designed it as a simple put spread for everyone to get in, and yeah, it was real nice. So what I want to do at this point though is ask you, are you struggling in your trading? Are you trading alone? Are you trading in a Discord? Are you not seeing the returns that I'm showing you here? These are all verifiable. I mean, I have a nice amount of members we've gotten up to now, and they'll all verify and back me on these. This is the type of trades that we're doing every week, and I think we're on about a 2 or 3 week winning streak with no losing. Actually, it's longer than that. No losing trades. Can't promise that going forward, but for sure we've been pretty hot. So I just want to offer you a 3-day trial of my room next week. I'm going to post a link in the bottom of the description of this video. Come on in, see what we do. Try a couple of trades, see if it's for you. I can't see why it wouldn't be for you if we're putting up these numbers and we have a great track record. So yeah, come join us for 3 days. You'll be able to sign up for free. You'll be able to stay if you'd like after that, and you'll already be set up to get billed. If you don't want to stay with us, that's fine. You can just cancel. But try it for a month. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you'll make some profits and see that, hey, it's totally worth it. I know there's some good other Discords out there, and a lot of them that are good are keeping up these type of numbers as well. I'm affiliated with a few of them, and for sure these numbers are out there, but you just got to find the right places. But by all means, look for the link below, and love to have you for a trial. Let me know if you don't mind in the comments what I can do to make these videos better. Please give me a like and subscribe. This is I'm unveiling our new logo. This is our new logo. Give me some comments on what you think about the logo. Is it too offensive? And that's about it. So this is going to be Uzi signing out. Hope to see you up in the room this week. Check it out. It's free. You can't lose on the free. And We'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one, everybody.